Do you hear that? A whisper in the quiet night about a very special secret. A single bright star twinkles mysteriously in a deep blue night sky over a peaceful, sleepy town. Far away, a young woman named Mary was going about her day. She had no idea how special this ordinary day would become. Suddenly, a dazzling light began to fill her whole room. What do you think is happening? A magnificent angel named Gabriel stood before her. He had wings that shimmered. Mary was a little scared at first, but Gabriel smiled and said, "Don't be afraid, Mary. God has a wonderful plan for you." He told Mary she would have a very special baby who would be God's own son. This baby would be named Jesus. Mary was so surprised, but Gabriel explained that with God, all things are possible. And Mary said, "Yes." Mary, deep in thought, imagining tiny baby in a crown that flashes. Mary looks confused, then bows her head in acceptance. The angel beams with joy, and the radiant light around him brightens. What an amazing secret for Mary to keep in her heart. Soon, Mary and her husband Joseph had to go on a very long journey. They had to travel far away to a town called Bethlehem. Can you say Bethlehem? Joseph helps Mary onto a small, patient donkey along a dusty, winding road to Bethlehem. The journey was long and tiring. Mary really needed a warm place to rest. When they finally arrived in Bethlehem, it was packed. So many people were there for a census. Joseph went from inn to inn, knocking on doors. "Is there any room?" he asked. But every inn was full. "No room," everyone said. Oh dear, where would they go? It was getting late, and Mary needed a place. Fast. Finally, an innkeeper felt sorry for them. "I have a stable out back," he said. "A stable?" Joseph's face lights up with relief as he gently leads Mary and the donkey towards it. Inside, it smelled of hay and animals, but it was warm and quiet. Mary and Joseph settled down. That very night, something absolutely amazing happened in that stable. Mary's special baby was born. It was Jesus, God's own son, a tiny baby, born in a simple manger. No fancy crib, just a humble stable, and peace filled the air. Can you imagine how happy Mary and Joseph felt? Meanwhile, out in the fields near Bethlehem, some shepherds were watching their sheep. It was a normal, quiet night, until, whoosh, the sky above them burst into a brilliant, dazzling light. Angels appeared. The shepherds were so scared. But one angel stepped forward and said, "Don't be afraid. I bring you good news. Today, in Bethlehem, a Savior has been born. He is Christ the Lord." Then, all the angels sang a magnificent song, gesturing dramatically towards Bethlehem. After the angels went back to heaven, the shepherds cried, "Let's go to Bethlehem. Let's see this amazing baby." And just as the angels had said, they found the stable. There he was, baby Jesus, lying in the manger. They told Mary and Joseph everything the angels had said, and Mary kept all these things in her heart, thinking about them. The shepherds returned to their fields, praising God for all they had seen. What a night! Far, far away, in a distant land, some very wise men were studying the stars. They were called Magi. One night, a brand new star appeared, brighter and more beautiful than any other. They knew this wasn't just any star. This star meant a very important king had been born. A new king. They decided to follow the star to find this newborn king. They packed gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, very special treasures. Their journey was long, crossing vast deserts and tall mountains. Day after day, week after week, they followed that guiding light. Do you think they ever felt tired? But the star kept them going. The star led them all the way to Bethlehem, and then it stopped. right over the humble stable where Jesus was born. They dismounted their camels, hearts filled with wonder and excitement. They entered the stable, and there he was, the baby king. They knelt down before Jesus, showing him great respect and love, and they opened their treasure chests, presenting their special gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Mary and Joseph watched, amazed at these visitors from faraway lands. This was the joy of Christmas, the birth of Jesus, God's greatest gift. It's a story of hope, love, and a tiny baby who brought so much light to the world. Every year, when we celebrate Christmas, we remember this wonderful story. It teaches us about giving, sharing, and the amazing love of God. What a truly special night that was, long, long ago. Merry Christmas, everyone. We hope you loved learning about the joy of Christmas in the birth of Jesus Christ. Which Bible story should we tell next? We love to hear your ideas. Tell us in the comments below.